Hello, today we'll do a half-man, half-horse, mythical creature for the Filipino folklore character design. This is the second installation for this series. We will start by using a letter-sized document with a 300 dpi and a neutral gray for our background. I'll be using a brush named Animator Pencil. This was given free, before Kyle's brushes was adopted by Adobe. Now it comes as a bundle with Photoshop, I think. I'll be using red color, for roughs. I also used Lazy Nezumi. This is a plugin. It cost about 500 pesos for a license, but is very useful, worth every centavo. Set setting to smoothing subtle. When I illustrate characters, I always start with a circle, followed by basic shapes, like squares, boxes, tubes. This serves as the foundation of my illustration, very good for beginners. When the music starts, the video will be sped up. You can see, I'm using boxes and tubes. This style is very good for beginners. After the foundation is laid down, we'll be adding the details. We'll start the detailing by lowering the opacity of our rough layer and creating a new layer above it. Here you can play around with the design. This is a more loose process. This character was often told by old people. It was a common belief that when it rains, and still, the sun is shining bright, that this creature takes on a wife. They say, it only takes beautiful women or leave them pregnant. But it never fed on human flesh or innards, not as bad as the other night creatures. In case you're wondering, this is not my voice. Doing a real voiceover will be very hard for me to do. There is a lot of background noise in my place. Also, there is a belief that if you try to ride his back and get hold of the hair and be able to get some strands, you will have supernatural strength equal to his. It is said to be that he is as strong as 10 horses. But if this creature really likes you, he will bring you treasures, according to the lore. In this process, notice the plugin is still in use. It helps in stabilizing my strokes. It is set to smoothing subtle. You can't feel the effect, but it's there. As you can see, I flip the drawing. This process helps you see errors in the design. Keep adjusting the design until it suits you. Don't forget to keep saving your work. My Photoshop does not have an autosave feature. I don't know if the newer version has one. They say hand drawing is hard. I notice some comic artists cheating when doing hands. The trick is, try using basic shapes. If we are satisfied with the rough details, we'll proceed with the inking. Here we will change the Nezumi setting to massive. This is a much faster process than using pen strokes, and the brush color to black. Also, I'm setting the Animator Pencil flow to 100%. Try to erase unwanted lines, also try to close open areas. Save file as a PNG or a JPEG, we'll do the coloring in Illustrator. Now let's open a letter-sized document in Illustrator. Import the image, and do a trace bitmap process. Also do an expand treatment on the already traced out image, this remove any masking on the traced image. Select the black outline by using the magic wand, press X to cut the blacks. Then press Ctrl A, then press Delete to remove any unwanted nodes. Paste the outline back by clicking Ctrl, Shift, B. This is a paste in place command. Try to close open areas by using the blob brush. Erase unwanted lines by using the eraser tool. To fully close open areas, select all by pressing Ctrl A, and doing a merge process in the Pathfinder palette. Now we'll start the color process. Let's import a color guide, we'll use the opening card. Move the card to another layer. And set that layer to guide, so it does not print when you try to print out the image. Select the base color for the character. Use the rectangle tool, make a rectangle that covers the whole image. Set the rectangle to be at the back of the outline. Select everything again, and do a merge, or trim process, using the Pathfinder. We'll use a slicer to cut out unwanted parts. Use the Direct Select tool, when selecting the sliced, unwanted parts. The slicer tool also helps in the color separation. It cuts connection to the whole, so that it can be colored. In case you're wondering, the opening board was done in Photoshop. It was maybe a year ago. It's just now that I have the time to do this video, and I wanted a different approach. This color style can be done in Photoshop, but this is a much faster style, and without the worries of resolution, since it's vector-based. Make sure that the slice area is well cut. It won't color if there's still an open area. It seems like a very tedious thing finding that open path, but when you get used to it, it will be very easy. To have a straight slice, press the Alt button when slicing. Don't forget to keep saving. And for the small details, we can use again the blob brush. I'll be leaving this image unfinished for you to continue coloring it. Link will be provided in the description. Use the video as a guide. Happy coloring. The next in the series will be a merman. Thanks for watching.